Is that carbon on the front? Yes, it is. Where have we been for the last 6 months or so? Our producer decided to go off and do his own thing. He's doing awesome in the photography. I'm really proud of him. I've been trying to learn how to edit. Aaron's been learning how to edit. We've both just been trying to learn how to do this on our own. We lost our producer and that kind of put us in shambles. But other than that, I hope we can get some good content out to you, and bear with me with the editing. I'm working on it as fast as I can. Anyways, what you have to look forward to. We've got a tech corner coming up. We'll be starting hopefully December, maybe January. We'll be doing a once weekly lawnmower tech with Riker Racing. I couldn't think of anyone better to team up with for that video than him. He's got the most knowledge of lawnmower racing of anybody I've ever met, and I want him and I to try and get that information out to as many people as we can, and hopefully somebody will be able to do something with it and build an awesome machine out of it. Okay, this here is the newest beast in the fleet. Be the purple Lamborghini. We got a 18 horsepower Kohler vertical dual carb alcohol setup here, running 100% methanol. Gotta love that corn juice. Right there you can see the mount for our Digitron dash. Don't have it on there, I got that at home, pulling the data off of it right now. Down here we got our Moroso catch can, all our wiring back there. Up here we got some nice Dash 8 breather lines. Exhaust leaves a little bit to be desired, but it's there, it works, does what it's supposed to. We got a set of Hoosier grass racing tires all the way around it. That purple nurple will be changing. Bent the steering wheel pulling it in here. And we'll check back as we make some progress on this thing. Okay, so what have we got planned for the purple Lamborghini? First of all, we're going to be cleaning up the paint. As you can see, there's lots of little chips, dings, dents, you know, all the usual. It's been racing hard, it's showing its age. But we're going to be getting the paint done. We're going to be doing the dash a dipped carbon fiber, and we're going to be doing the tank the same. And then I believe we're doing a powder coat black on the whole frame, Nerf bars. We've got some plans for the pedals and the step plates here. They need some work. The whole machine's just a little too stiff, and we got to stretch the pedals out a bit. The newest addition to the fleet automotive wise will be my fine Honda Prelude that I picked up. She's bone stock, got the H22A in her. A couple days before I picked her up, someone broke the window, so I got to fix that. She's pretty clean. Underside's clean. Had one hole in the trunk. We got that fixed up. Other than that, she basically just needs brakes and a little bit here and there for a safety, and she'll be on the road. We will definitely be doing some work to this one. I'll crack her open so you can have a look at the Honda goodness under here. Got our cold air intake in there. That's plus 5 horsepower. There is definitely going to be a turbo right about there at some point. And then we're going to see what this thing can really do before the axles give out. And you've all seen this old girl before, the old SN95. We are, believe it or not, making some headway on it. I'm in the process of pulling the transmission out down there. I got some more cleaning up on the case to do, and then it's going down to Aaron's new shop to be worked on. Gonna have a belt transmission for it. Other than that, I'm gonna be putting the stock water pump on it soon. Just gotta pull the fan off that. We're gonna be doing our coils soon. Coils are gonna be going down on the frame right in beside the motor because we're running our exhaust up, so all the hot stuff's up and away from the coils. I got the cowl for it. That's got to be installed. And there's a little bit of work we got to do to the roll cage. And then I think we're going to have an effective roller anyways. So we'll, as usual, keep you updated, and hopefully there won't be a month in between our videos. So you want to build a race car with no money and no time?
Alright, so the Mustang. A lot of you all saw it blow up in the spring there. So what we did, like, we just kind of took the engine out, looked it over, saw that the crank was hurt, the rods were hurt. So we just kind of tossed it away in the corner. Gave it some time. I worked on the 240 a bit and just kind of got away from the racing for a month or two. Middle of the summer, I decided let's rebuild the motor. We took it into my shop, ripped it all apart. Within a week, we had the engine torn apart, all the parts sent away, and rebuilt the engine, and it was running by that weekend. And I don't know, it was probably one of the best achievements that we have done as a group, because we just kind of all got together and made it work. Car went out that weekend and went 933 right off the trailer, like the car always does. It's freaking awesome. So we did a couple events. We tried to race, did some bracket racing, and we were realizing that the suspension just wasn't set up right pretty quickly in the game. So we started playing with that a bit, and we started trying different things that you hear work and you hear don't. So I started playing with the intersection points of the car pretty hard, and ended up getting more aggressive than you would think the average bracket car would get. And because it's low center of gravity in this car, it actually tended to work better the more aggressive, like shorter and higher up we got. We tightened up the suspension a lot in the back, and pretty quickly on we were realizing we were onto something. We went from 143 60 foots down to 131, and then the weekend after that we were kind of like wanted to put another edge on that, so we ended up getting a set of used radials. Tried that. The car actually was like crazy. First time ever, it went 123 60 foot, carrying the wheels about 200 feet. So that's about what we wanted. The only downside to that was and we've come to the conclusion, this is the problem now, is that the back wheels are bent. So it got into a pretty violent shake, which sucked. So it got into a violent shake. I ended up just trying to finish out the day. Didn't really work that great for the rest of the day. We were fighting with it. Ended up going back, checking the whole car over, figuring out what we need to change for the next year coming. And we also switched back to slicks to see if we could really figure it out that much more. Ended up going 129 60 foot the weekend after that, and it went 915 at 151. So it's working now. Like top end wise, it's all figured out. Like it's all on the table. Those heads are maxed out. They're just Chevy bow tie heads. So we're doing pretty good for what we got. It's not fancy, so we gotta make it work. So yeah, we went 915 and 151. There's a little more left on the table, I think, but we started playing with it now that the season ended, and we got a bit more aggressive. We are pretty much keeping the same setup, 565, power glide, everything. Only difference this time is, if you remember last, if you
I'm
remember
gonna
last,
stop you there.
no.
Well, have fun, boys.
Yeah,
Don't take too many fucking clips, eh?
No, we're probably gonna keep that in
Fill the camera right up tonight.
there. The lighting's actually really good in here.
It's fucking awesome.
So we're changing things up. Same motor, same tranny. What are we doing this winter? Well, a lot. So as y'all remember, when we blew up the motor, we put a brand new nitrous cam in it with more duration and more lift than we had previously, and it sounded quite healthy. And in the long run, it ended up working naturally aspirated as well. It gave us more top end power. We were seeing like 149 mile an hour normally. We're now seeing 150s, so it's a little better. But the main reason we did that is we got into actually going and putting a nitrous plate kit on. It's not that fancy, it's old stuff because it's cheap. I don't know how to talk about it. Okay, so we started working into putting a plate kit on. It's an old like 90s freaking NOS Big Shot kit with a little bit done to it. So let's walk over here and I'll explain the logistics of it. So we got the cheater plate kit. Fuck. So we got the Big Shot plate kit. We got your cheater fuel solenoid, and then we got the big guy, the Edelbrock nitrous solenoid, NOS purge solenoid. It's pretty simple. We just kind of made the kit up, go to parts that were left around from other guys building. Got this fancy fuel regulator set up with the MagnaFuel regulator, and just a little Holly one for the nitrous.
That'll be easy to track.
Okay, so a few other things that we've been doing over the winter. We put a digital 7 Plus into the car so we can change the timing curves for the nitrous system. So I'll take you in here and I'll give you a little showy. It's right there, and the pink wire will go across to the pedals. And then there's my nitrous line and my bottles.
Double bottles for double the fun.
I only have one bottle in it, let's be real. Disappointment.
Yeah, but then you always have one left in the trailer, so.
I mean, full send or no send, right?
Full send is the only send. Action.
So another thing we're gonna do over the winter is we're gonna try to switch out these rims. Cut to the clip of the violent shake we encountered when I tried to put radials on it. It worked really good with radials. Not with those rims. Unless you like to make some margaritas down by the beach. Yeah.
And we also have to put this back in Because apparently pushing your car outside breaks parts. More than racing it.
Yeah, I pushed the car one day and parts started falling out. So I guess we gotta address that.
We believe the source of that was the output yoke of the transmission. Because we now have a slight leak of transmission fluid.
Yeah, it's quite the puddle. Quite the puddle.
Yeah, that's a mess.